What it do, what it do, what it do. You are listening to your number one crew. This is Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. And once again, this is your boy OTR Mic Drop, aka Tuesday Night Mic Drop, because today is Tuesday. And of course, OTR Oracle, even though I didn't do as good as I thought I would. But welcome to Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. Hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to my co-host. Let him reintroduce himself like he always does.
What's going on, everybody? This is your man Trey, aka OTR Trey, aka Treyway, aka Tuesday Night Trey as well. Yeah, man. So of course we are missing one of our co-hosts. So you stuck with us too today, but it's
Yep,
still gonna be a
Mr.
great show.
Mr. Part-Time. But you already know he's always. We still a trio. We just doubling up today. You know what I'm saying? Like the work week, it got us fluttering. But man, this is episode 159 recap of a wild pro wrestling weekend. And let me say, it was a wild pro wrestling weekend. It was ups, it was highs, it was downs, it was lows. Hey man, I hope y'all watch this weekend from, I would say, from Friday until Monday. That's how I say it. I'm just put it like that. Even though Monday is the beginning of a different week, but from Friday to Monday, it was jam packed. We're gonna give y'all the logistics of it. We're gonna give y'all the rundown of what we think and how we feel about every show that happened this weekend. So we are gonna start with none other than AEW All In.
Which is actually a good thing that we're starting with this, since part-time Jay, I'm not calling him the Messiah. Even though the predictions looking pretty good in his favor. But I will say I'm glad we're talking about AEW because
he didn't get no picks with AEW.
He didn't give no picks for AEW, so he wouldn't able to be really a part of this anyway. Even though I did send y'all that little thread that pretty much they gave you the rundown of what happened if you missed AEW All In. And I will say, Evolution was, to me, the best WWE product from the weekend, but All In was the best show to me of the entire weekend.
It was.
And also, fun fact, it surpassed WrestleMania 35 as the longest running show, like for a time period, like that night. Because they went from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. So they did 6 hours.
Okay. And WrestleMania 35 did what? 5.5?
Something like that.
Yeah. That was
and it really went like 7.5, 8 hours if you count 0 hour.
Yeah.
The pre-show.
Yeah. You know, AEW is definitely known for its long shows.
But especially All In, because that's their WrestleMania.
Yeah. And boy, let me tell you, they put on like it was a WrestleMania.
And I will say that this makes what WWE even nastier. That on their biggest event of the year, y'all would have the audacity to have 3 shows that same weekend.
Yeah.
Including the SmackDown on that Friday before. But whatever.
Yeah.
But it's always on that day. But let's go ahead and get to the what happened. So all right, so let me go ahead and say, because I need to get the predictions correct, because I put MB. I don't know if that is Mark Briscoe or what. But anyway, let me I'm trying to find the results. Oh, but let's talk about Adam Cole while I look this up. What you thought about Adam Cole?
Yeah, man, that kind of threw me. I just so happened to go on Instagram and I was looking and it start popping up even before you sent it, like that there's a strong possibility that he wasn't even going to be participating. He wasn't going to have his match, and then you sent that, and I was like, what? Like, what's going on? And then finally, he wasn't able to compete due to injury. And let's just say this is not like just a new injury. This has been something that has impacted Adam Cole's career for a while now, related to his concussions. couple people on social media had dropped like the actual video when he was fighting what's his name? Kyle Fletcher. And he took a power bomb to the apron, but his head hit the apron and not his back, which led to that injury. And even before All In started, he tried to go in, he tried to prep for the match and stuff, and said he just wasn't feeling good. He was feeling nauseated, felt like he had to throw up and stuff like that. And so he came out at the beginning of the show, made his announcement on the level of potentially retirement.
Yeah, it wasn't he didn't say he was retiring, but
it was on that level.
It sounded like a retirement speech.
It really did. Tears was flowing. Of course he had his boys out there giving him hugs. It was almost in the lines of when Roman had to leave because his leukemia. It was on that type of level. So, our prayers go out to Adam Cole, man. You never want to hear that a athlete has to retire because of injuries, right? You always would want to see them go out on their own time, and let them be the catalyst to be like, hey, my time has come. It's time for me to retire. And they do that kind of thing. We went through it with Daniel Bryan. He had a recovery. He made it back. You know what I'm saying? Saraya, Edge, Saraya, like so many people. Like we're still waiting on one to make his comeback. Don't know if it's gonna happen. We waiting on Big E. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and it goes to something that I even heard over this weekend. Family members like, yeah, I used to watch wrestling until I found out that it was fake. This goes to show you that wrestling is not fake. The storylines may be fabricated or they need to be adjusted to where you can figure it out. But what they do in the ring is not fake, guys. That's why they put out the disclaimer, don't try this at home.
Yeah, the matches, they're choreographed, but they're still doing real moves. These are still real injuries.
And the key thing that you would have to point out, right? And I was pointing out to my wife over this weekend. She was like, so what is real about it? I was like, look, all hits are real from the neck down. They do not initially throw blows at the head, except for AEW. AEW just goes all out or all in, But like WWE, because she watched WWE, she really doesn't watch AEW when I watch it. So I'm like, WWE, neck down, those are all real hits. You see them chop, they chest light up. That's real. Like the hits are real. We know we've been there. Yeah, the kicks are real. Like it's just anything to the head, it's pulled back. So, but yeah, man, prayers go out to Adam Cole, man. Prayers go out to him.
Yes, sir. Definitely speedy recovery if he is able to come back. But because of that, he did have to relinquish his TNT championship.
Yes.
And they ended up making a fatal 4-way for it. And we'll get to that in a little bit. But let's start off with the main card of AEW All In. We had the Ops, which was Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Shibata, versus the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and I guess he's not officially a Death Rider, but an associate in Gabe Kidd.
Yeah.
And the Ops won, which is a crazy statement.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Ops won. I don't know if we had this on our predictions.
We didn't.
Okay. Because I forgot about this match.
Yeah.
But Samoa Joe hit a muscle buster on Yuta to win to retain the trios championships.
Yeah.
All right. So you got this one right. The men's casino gauntlet. And the crazy thing is,
listen,
I'm the biggest MJF guy, but I didn't think that they would put it. I didn't think he would win it, only because he's currently in the Hurt Syndicate, and it's kind of like a Braun Breakers type of situation for me, where you're in a group with Bobby Lashley, who we know is main star quality. I didn't think they would give pretty much their version of a Money in the Bank contract. I didn't think that they would give it to MJF, because I picked Darby Allin, and we'll talk about Darby Allin later.
Yeah,
but MJF was your Casino Battle Royal winner.
I just looked at it.
Gauntlet.
when they name people, and even though the two names that they named was Mark Briscoe and MJF, it was just like, MJF is in it. You gotta go with him. Like, it's just gonna set up. I feel like it's gonna set up a lot of dramatic between their group now. It might work out. Like even you said on last podcast, hey, they like to hurt people, and they might end up having all the gold. So you never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, but I'm curious now because now that what happened in the championship match, we'll see how long it takes for MJF to cash in that title chance.
Right.
I feel like the MB that I put for, and that might be for the women's casino. I don't know. Oh, Megan Bain. That's what it was. Yeah. That's what we said. Okay, so it wasn't. So, well, let's talk about it then. We both picked Megan Bain, but actually Athena ended up winning.
That shocked me right there. I was like, whoa.
So,
like,
hold up. Shout out to Athena.
Yeah. She's getting her, I guess, how do I want to say it? She's getting what she's owed, right? Long being ROH Women's Champion. She's almost at 1,000.
Almost
at 1,000 days holding that title, and she finally is able to. Here goes another drop. Eclipse everybody's standings and get her homage paid due to her in AEW. Don't you do those stupid shit?
I am. I'm looking for a boo button.
Hey, I'm gonna be hitting these drops all podcast, so get ready to do it. It's gonna be ups and downs. Come on, man. That was a perfect one. Eclipse, right? Come on, that's her move.
I ain't like, she don't call it that no more.
She does it. I know it as the Eclipse.
All right, so congratulations to Athena. Now let's move on to the next match I have up here, which was okay. So speaking of TNT Championship, so now because Adam Cole had to relinquish it, it was no longer a one-on-one match with him and Kyle Fletcher, which we both picked.
Mm-hmm.
It was a match it was a fatal four-way, or I'm sorry, a four-way match. They can't call it a fatal four-way. Mm-hmm. It was between Dustin Rhodes, Daniel Garcia, Kyle Fletcher, and Sammy Guevara.
Mm-hmm.
Now, even though they did this, I was still going to pick Kyle Fletcher anyway. So
yeah, me too.
Either way, we were both wrong. Dustin Rhodes ended up winning the TNT Championship, so he is now a double champion.
Yeah, because
him and Sammy
are the ROH
Sons of
Texas
ROH Tag Team Champions. Yep. And now he is the TNT champion. Did you see the what they were putting up on Instagram and Twitter about him finishing his story, and they were showing him and Cody side by side?
I need them to chill. Just chill on it. Right?
What's wrong with that? Brotherly love.
That is not him finishing his story.
Well, did you ever think that you would see Dustin Rhodes get another singles title?
No, I really didn't. But I don't feel like that's him finishing his story. Now, if you want an AEW championship, then yeah, I'll be like, okay, he finished his story.
True, but he is one of the founding fathers.
He is
of AEW.
He is,
and AEW's been on what now? 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And this is his first singles championship. So I mean, I don't know if it's finishing the story, but I figure like he just re-signed a new deal, but I don't think that he's going to be winning like a bunch of championships. Honestly, I don't even think he's going to keep this one. I think he might end up dropping it to Kyle Fletcher.
What is Dustin like? 52?
Something like that.
Yeah, I know he pushing it.
Yeah. Check out the research department. They'll let you know.
I'm about to.
But and then it was a good moment. The Von Erichs came out to help celebrate.
Yes.
Classic wrestling family. I still need to see Iron Claw. Have you seen that?
Iron Claw?
The movie about the Von Erichs.
You know what?
With Zac Efron?
I think I have not. I might end up watching that tonight. But Dustin Rhodes is 56 years old.
56. Damn, you were giving him grace by giving him 4 years.
I really was.
Oh my God. Guess who joined the Instagram chat? Just take a guess.
No, I'm not.
The only person that will make me say, "Oh my God."
It got to be part-time Jay.
It is.
It is part-time Jay.
He
Well,
was
welcome
born.
to well,
Thank you,
welcome
sir.
to the chat.
Thank you for tuning in.
Well, welcome to the chat.
Your presence is missed.
Yes, it is.
But not for this discussion because you hate AEW and you prove to me every single time why I can say that. But all right, so congratulations to Dustin Rhodes. Let's move on to Swerve and Ospreay versus the Young Bucks, with the Young Bucks putting their EVP status on the line versus if Swerve and Ospreay lost, they cannot challenge for the title, the AEW championship for a full calendar year.
You know, after we did our predictions, I really was like thinking about anytime they put stipulations on these matches, such as this, like career versus title and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of unanimous what was going to happen. But we got that right.
We did get that right. Because honestly, it made no sense. Like, why else would you
have two of your top superstars not challenge for the championship?
What sense does it make for you to have that many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. All right. I just calculated the standings. All right. So, what sense does it make to have two of your bigger stars, especially one in Ospreay who has yet to win the championship, miss out on it for a full year? That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
And like I said on the last pod, the Bucks could easily tune in. I said tune in. I'm reading Jay's comment. He said tuning in from practice in the rain. Jay is at his son's football practice, so that's why he's not here tonight. But I said that the Bucks, they could still be EVPs. They just don't have to be EVPs on television.
Exactly.
So I was like, it would make no sense. But that match was really good.
It was like
that match was really good.
Like all the way to the end. Like that
was
probably
the house call mixed with the elbow.
That was probably it was top 3 match of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Ospreay and Swerve hitting stereo styles clashes.
Yes. they have very great chemistry. I will say that. They've been in the wrestling game together for a long time. So yeah.
All right, we already did the women's casino gauntlet.
I would definitely like to see them on a run as tag team champions. Just saying, putting that out there. Tony Khan.
Well, shit, you must be looking at what I'm looking at, because that's a great segue, because we're going now to the AEW Tag Team Championship 3-way match between the Hurt Syndicate, who came out with MVP and Casino Gauntlet winner MJF, to face against Jet Speed, which is Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey, versus the Patriarchy of Christian Cage and Nick Wayne.
Good match.
Right. Hurt Syndicate won. They retained.
Yes. In all wrestling realm, there should have been no reason why they did not win with Bobby Lashley. Just putting that out there. Hey, just saying. Bobby Lashley is a freakish athlete. Shelton Benjamin is no slack in the ring, bro. Like, he's probably one of the most athletically talented wrestlers I've seen in a long time, especially at his age, to keep going. Like, that man, he still can switch to another gear. I like Shelton Benjamin, man. Like, I like Shelton Benjamin all the way when he was the gold standard.
Yeah, I still remember that time on Monday Night Raw when they were trying to figure out opponent for Triple H to have. I forgot what it was, but it was a surprise pick, and Shelton Benjamin ended up coming out. and he ended up giving Triple H all he can handle, pause, in the ring.
True.
So I was happy about that. But let's get to what the big thing was that happened at the end of the match. So the Hurt Syndicate win, but then FTR gets in the ring and they get in the face of Nick Wayne and Christian. And then they've been brewing it for a while now, and I'm glad they finally pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah.
But Nick Wayne finally turned his back on Christian. But he also had the full support of Mama Wayne and Kip Sabian.
Yep.
And then they're all jumping on and shout out to Nick Wayne. I like him a lot. I think he's gonna be really good. I put him like a level below, if I say Kyle Fletcher is the next superstar in AEW, Nick Wayne is on the rise as one of the younger stars.
Yeah, he is.
So right when they're getting ready to hit Edge with a concerto,
Christian.
Yep. Right when they're about to do that, Cope comes out. And if I want to get on Jeff Hardy for dancing and Lana or CJ Perry for at the top of the ring.
Goodness. I was thinking the same thing.
Cope is the king of what the hell is that? Why are you hyping up the crowd with your damn spiky plywood while your boy is about to get his skull crashed or cracked?
Bro, I was
did
thinking
the whole entrance
thing.
Stood up at the top of the rim and did this whole thing right here.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, like in that has to be. I get it. You've been gone for a while.
They gotta be trolling us.
You're indulging in the pop, right? At least when Jeff Hardy did it, he was actually like running and then he took off. He did his little thing sideways and then he bolted to the ring. But Edge, like, you literally just did your full-blown entrance like you getting ready to wrestle. He could have still got concerto during that whole time. Like, there was no like no urgency of him getting to the ring. I was like, all right. So this is the entertainment aspect, AEW. This is the part that you said you were staying away from because this is where the best wrestlers wrestle. So you have to cut out the entertainment aspect.
Now, I will, and then I understand why they did what they did because clearly we are setting up for the Edge and Christian, but the Cope and Christian reunion finally. Yeah. Because when he saves him, he picks up Christian and he goes, go find yourself. Meaning that he's lost his way. Oh, Robert Brown, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's
Indiana in the building.
Hey, shout out to you, man. Shout out Robert Brown, Lafayette, Indiana. Stand up.
Oh, Robert Brown joined the chat on Sunday. So looks like we have a new subscriber.
Yes,
and he blessed us with getting us someone else as well. So shout out to Robert Brown.
Thank you for the support.
No, we doing good, man. You see what we doing? We over here just recapping AEW.
Yes, sir.
The reason why I was kind of like, okay, was Christian. It was clear to see why Nick Wayne turned on Christian. Christian had been treating him like shit for months. Always talking about having sex with his mom, belittling him, doing everything. So the fact that he's about to get some type of face type of treatment. I don't know. It kind of rubs me the wrong way. I don't like when it's that like drastic of a switch. You know what I'm saying?
So with their relationship, right? I would have loved to see. You remember when Triple H and Shawn Michaels had got back together? And they was like standing in each other's face and getting hyped up head to head and stuff like that. Then they finally did the DX after, beating the shit out of, I think it was a Spirit Squad at the time, or it was like Randy Orton and Legacy. It was one of them. But
I think it might have been Spirit Squad.
it's that type of energy that we should have gotten from Cope and Christian, right? It should have been like on some old school nostalgic shit with you coming back, saving him, and everything like that. But you know, I'm I don't know. It's gonna happen. It's unanimous. The go find yourself thing. It's almost like a heel person trying to get his heel buddy back. So it was a spirit squad. Appreciate you, Rob, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, it is I don't know. It just wasn't it for me. Like great pop for Cope coming back, you know, when that whole thing was going on, when Nick Wayne did turn on Christian, you knew he was coming back, right?
Yeah.
The setup was too long.
When as soon as he was about to get Concerto, I was like, okay, yeah, he's coming back.
Yeah, come on. It's I'm sorry, it's Cope's move, right? You don't do that unless he's coming back.
Yeah, and then so some people think that Nick Wayne, Kip Sabian, and FTR are going to make a stable. What do you think about that?
That'd be good, especially for like Nick Wayne getting around other people on the grooming pedigree, right? Christian served his purpose. Kip Sabian is serving his purpose because Kip Sabian has been around for a little bit too in the indies and stuff.
And he was there at the beginning of AEW as well.
Right. So him getting around FTR and stuff just gives him another aspect of the grooming process with just a different vision, especially with the tag team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Christian could give him both tag team and singles type of grooming, but FTR can really give him that unanimous tag team type grooming and everything. And it's just on a whole different level because FTR is different from Edge and Christian was. So I feel like it'll be good. I feel like it'll be good.
All right. Shout out to J Scott 1914 that joined the Instagram live.
You better not say shit else about another damn t-shirt. Okay.
I mean, if you gave him one, he would stop.
If he bought one, then that's different. Put in an order.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to talk about this later. I got a few orders.
Put in an order.
I got a few orders.
I mean, shit. Part-time Jay got the whole system. Like he got the whole what you call it at home.
Yeah, but he part-time. He ain't even here.
Well, he home enough to damn do the t-shirts. At least he can do something.
Yeah, we got to have a talk about that. But that's OTR business. We ain't gonna talk about it.
Hey, this is business too.
All right, so let's move on to I would say a surprise. Depending on how you look at it. The AEW Women's World Championship match. Toni Storm defeated Mercedes Moné.
The one time I choose this bad bitty, right? Because she is a bad bitty. The one time that I choose her to win, she does not win. What the fuck? You know I was on my shits. Great match. Great match.
Yeah.
The dramatic was good.
The women were putting on all weekend.
All weekend. It was their time to shine. I'm still not going to take back everything that I've said about Mercedes Moné. She still can't cut a damn promo to save her life, but she's
getting better.
She is, but she's a fucking demon in the ring. Okay, she's a demon in the ring.
The best match that I've seen her have was the one with Athena was really good.
Mm-hmm.
The one with Stat was really good.
The one in what she did in Tokyo was great.
The one against Mina?
Yeah. And didn't she have a match in AAA before WWE bought it?
Wasn't it against Stephanie? Or was that CMLL?
CMLL. That's what it was.
When she beat Stephanie?
Yeah.
And then this one. I would say this is shout out to Toni Storm. She is definitely the it girl of AEW.
Yeah.
She's the main draw. I love the timeless character, the best character she's has. I would say it's probably the best character. It's probably the best woman's character in wrestling.
She definitely gives that TVMA feel
Hmm.
that we used to get, right?
I mean, besides the fact that
Um,
they made out like 3 times during the match,
yeah, she made out with both sets of lips.
and then I was just about to say that reversal. If y'all don't know what we're talking about, go ahead, y'all check it out. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere, and you gotta go. If you didn't see the um the press conference, please go watch the press conference.
But I will say, shout out to Mercedes. Her intro was dope because you see all the cheerleaders each wearing one of her belts.
You said what?
When she had the cheerleaders come out for her entrance,
Yeah,
all 6 of them was wearing one of her belts.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was dope.
yeah. That was dope. That was
So
dope.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
So now that Mercedes has finally been defeated, what do you think is next for her? Does she take a break? Well, she can't really take a break because she's a TBS champion.
I don't think she takes a break, but somehow she gets in her chase to get that covenant title. I think she loses titles along that road. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Almost. I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that. This her stint is parallel to that of Kenny Omega when he was a cleaner.
Hmm. The belt collector.
Yeah, the belt collector. Yeah, like I feel like that's what they're doing with her, and it's definitely served her purpose. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think she's still gonna get it. She's gonna find a way to get herself back into the title picture to get another match. So
Do you think that she drops the TBS title before that happens?
yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, let's move on. Okay, this was another shock to me. But again, thinking about it, it probably shouldn't have been. We had the AEW Unified Championship match. The AEW Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada versus the International Champion
Give me
Kenny
one
Omega.
second. Give me one
All right,
second. All right.
all right. The reason why I think that this was a shock to me was because I really thought that because Kenny is, again, we talk about we talk about founding fathers a lot when it comes to AEW. And Kenny is definitely one of those. And the fact that they were going to unify these titles, and Okada had been the Continental Champion for a while. Like I don't know how many months it's been, but he's been the champion for a while. I just honestly thought that they would put it on Kenny, especially with him coming back from diverticulitis and things of that nature. But they didn't. I think this is the 6th or 7th time that Kenny and Okada have fought, and Okada won, and he has unified. But I think, but they're not going to call it because it sounds like you would call it the Intercontinental Championship because it's the Continental and the International mixing, but they're just going to call it the Unified Championship. I can't wait to get his take on that, JD's take on that. But something else happened, and Tony Khan addressed it uh, at the press conference when he talked or the scrum when he talked about uh, their different rules for different belts, and they were I guess they were fighting under continental rules. But let me take a look here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so Tony Khan has implemented a new rule for AEW's Unified Championship matches. Going forward, all matches for the Unified title will be contested under continental rules, meaning there will be no outside interference. This decision was made after a recent match. Well, after the match where the Continental Champion won, and the outcome was impacted by outside interference under AEW standards. The issue was that during the unified title match, Don Callis interfered, which would have been a violation under Continental rules. And then for that solution, Tony Khan announced that because the Continental Champion who won the match was involved, all future unified title matches will be under the stricter Continental rules. This means that any outside interference will not be tolerated in unified title matches, and the prevailing rules.
Sorry, y'all.
The prevailing rules will be those of the Continental title.
Sorry, y'all. I had to get my jerseys back. One of my players, he had used my jerseys in a tournament this past weekend, so I had to make sure I got my shit back. You feel me?
Well, while you were gone, we were talking about the Okada versus Kenny match.
Yes.
And I was saying how I thought it was a surprise because we both picked Kenny to win. Especially because Kenny had been out with injury and then he had sickness. And Okada's been the Continental Champion for a while. And it hasn't really, I don't know. What up, Truth?
Honestly, we probably should have picked Okada.
Real quick. So Truth was our correspondent over the weekend for the WWE events, especially on Sunday.
Truth. For you, my guy, you will be getting this t-shirt. You will be getting an OTR t-shirt. I'm gonna make that shit some kind of special for you. Probably gonna have your name on the back or something like that. But for you shouting us out at fucking events, live events, yes, absolutely. Well deserved, my guy. Well deserved.
Robert Brown, we're gonna talk about Hangman here in a minute once we get to that match. But I respect that. You're glad that Adam Page won the world title. Yeah, we're gonna get there pretty soon. But we'll finish up on this Continental Championship. But yeah, shout out to Truth. Okay. So yeah, go say what you were saying why we should have picked Okada.
Leading up to it, I remember I think it was 2 weeks prior. Kenny had pretty much got beat up, and you know what I'm saying? And it was looking like he was about to get injured again, right? But he was fighting through it and stuff like that. And I was like, after we did our prediction, I was like, shit, Kenny almost got taken out right before their match. So I think it was right when they were doing like the contract signing that he got attacked, right? Yeah. So I was like, fuck, why we both picked Kenny once again, going on our high hopes, not going by the wrestling standard, going by our favorite standard. You know what I'm saying? Going by who we want to see win it. But you know, they always put on good matches, man. They always put on good matches.
And the great thing is, people are saying that this is the weakest one, and it was still a great match. Okay. Now, because you know that the matches in Japan go harder.
Yes, it does. It does. I would say, for me, any kind of Rumble match is always a weak match. There's just too many people, right? It's not one thing. It's isolated unless you get big shit happen, like when Ricochet and Logan Paul did their shit in the middle of a Rumble, right? Something that just take your breath away, or like have one of them OMG moments. I wouldn't say it was the weakest match. I feel like all the matches that AEW does on their pay-per-views are pretty much top tier.
Okay.
Yeah, and they literally go hard.
And what I was reading when you came back is I was reading the rules that Tony Khan now has for what they are calling the Unified Championship. Now, before we continue with that, what's your thoughts on that name, calling it the Unified Championship?
I really don't have nothing.
Because we know that they weren't going to. Well, they could call it Intercontinental because other companies have Intercontinental Championships. I know Japan does.
Okay, true. Say United Championship.
United Champion.
I don't know. I guess
Because anytime I think of unified, I think of the main title. Because I'm brainwashed by WWE to think unified is their main championships.
But then WWE just pretty much put this stamp on it to where they call it more not
They call it
unified,
undisputed.
Yeah. So for them, I guess this is their version of an undisputed championship by calling it unified. But it was so it was
unified two mid card titles.
Right. It was the Atlantic and the Continental. Right?
No, international.
International and Continental.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have been Intercontinental.
But you knew they weren't. You knew they weren't going to call it that.
No, so. They weren't. I don't know. I don't know if I can get with. I don't know if I can get with Unified Championship. I don't know.
Just imagine the Unified Champion talking to the AEW champion saying, "I am your Unified Champion," and the other one is holding the AEW Championship. Like,
really.
Yeah, this title right behind me. Yeah. Right behind me, where above wrestling, that title.
Yeah.
So what I was talking about was the new rule that Tony Khan has implemented for the Unified Championship matches going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So because he was talking about how Don Callis got involved, and that's how Okada won.
Mm-hmm.
And under Continental rules, no outside interference is tolerated. Mm-hmm. So since the Continental Champion won the match to unify the belts, all matches now will be under Continental rules, meaning that when Okada defends his title, no outside interference can happen going forward.
Okay.
No matter what.
I like
that. That was the rule that he did.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. All right. And Robert Brown, Mr. Brown, we're gonna get to what you said now. So we are here with the AEW World Championship match. We had Hangman Adam Page versus the champion and King of the Death Riders, Jon Moxley. Now, before we go any further into this match, did you look at this like you looked at WrestleMania 40 main event
with Roman versus Cody,
with all the interference?
Yep.
All in won the week one overall this weekend. Evolution was great. Nothing else on line. Yeah, we agree. We said that. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. So go ahead with go ahead with your thoughts on the match, interference, and then I'll go ahead and share my thoughts as well.
So first, it was a Texas death match.
Yes, it was.
You got two people who are who have pretty much who have taken death matches to an all-time high, right? Mm-hmm. You talk about Moxley being in like some of GCW's death matches. You talk about Hangman being in numerous death matches. It was everything that I thought it was going to be. I think the one thing that stood out to me, and I knew it was going to happen, was Swerve coming to help Hangman, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when Swerve came out, that's when I knew Hangman was going to win. That's when I knew.
Say it again.
When Swerve came out.
Oh, yeah.
When Swerve came out to help Hangman and he gave him the chain, that's when I knew Hangman's going to win this. But it was just like everywhere. So much stuff was going on. You had what's Swerve homeboy? Prince Nana. When he handcuffed old girl,
Maria Shafir.
Yeah, I was like, okay, here we go. And then you had the EVPs come out and Swerve attacked them. Then you had Bryan Danielson come out and he took out Death Riders like
Darby.
Yeah. So am I missing something? Because Darby did come down with the harness, right? All right.
He came down with the harness and then he got then he unhooked himself and then he hit a coffin drop.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, I
But
missed that.
before that, they played the video of him climbing Mount Everest, telling Moxley that he was coming for him.
Yeah. I knew I remember seeing the video montage, but I thought that like after the video montage, it was Bryan Danielson. So I was like, what the fuck? Because I actually walked away right when Darby, I had to go to use the bathroom. So right when Darby Allin had came, I missed that whole part.
Hey, Fletch, what up, man? He also joined us on Sunday in the chat.
Yes. Hey, what's up, Fletch, man? Hey, one's in the air. The Mount Everest clip was amazing. Like that shit was great. But that now it's like, damn, how long did they have this? So they had this shit in the making for a while.
Yeah, exactly, Truth. Exactly. The whole thing started with Darby, and that's why I was always under the impression that Darby was going to be the one to take it off of Mox. That's why I kept standing on that. That's why I picked Mox to win.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
Now, yeah, we're gonna get to the finish of the match, but before we talk about Danielson coming back, because Danielson came back right after the video showed of Darby. It went back, and that's when Danielson came in with the mask on. Yeah. And he also gave a big FU to WWE because he said in an interview that they had asked him to stop using the yes chant.
Oh yeah,
and what was the first thing he did when he got into the ring?
He did his yes chants. He did his yes. Hey, I definitely top match of the night. Yeah.
So then he hit them. So then he hit the knee. Took out Yuta and Claudio.
Yeah.
It was a lot of callbacks in this match because Moxley did pull out the plastic bag, which is what started the whole Death Rider shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then Darby hits the coffin drop or whatever. But can we talk about how they tried to murder Ospreay?
I ain't lying.
They put his neck in between the chair and hit that shit, and he had to be stretchered off.
Yeah.
I guess he would be the Seth Rollins, which is poetic. He would be the Seth Rollins because they had their little beef. The Seth Rollins of WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, basically took the L for him to win.
I suppose. Yeah, you would assume.
You would think. You would think.
I mean, Jesus.
Hey man, y'all lit in the chat. Y'all lit in the chat tonight. Y'all lit, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all lit in the chat, boy.
Yeah, he is shooting. Didn't he's shooting Twisted Metal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the match. So then, okay, what do you think about the fork spot? When Hangman took the fork and was stabbing Mox in the head with it.
Listen. Mox, he has taken this hardcore shit to a whole nother level. Like, I don't even know how his wife could stand it, but like, he's literally taking it to a whole nother level. Like, Mox just goes all out. So shout out to him. Honestly, I was gonna text you like when that match was going on, right? I was gonna text you and be like, you can't tell me Mox ain't coming back to WWE after losing, right? But then I was like, I don't think Mox could go back to that
type.
Yeah, back to
that style.
That teddy bear type style, right? The way that he produces in those wrestling matches, I don't think he can ever go back to that fictitious type stuff. Well, not fictitious. I'm not gonna say fictitious, but yeah, that just the protective style. There we go. The protective style of wrestling.
What was your thoughts on the bed of nails?
Yeah. My bro, the bed of nails is crazy. The bed of nails is crazy because it was, what was it, like a couple pay-per-view ago when he took Spike to the back and it got stuck in his back.
Yeah, when he's fighting Colt.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
and they had to, and that was nasty because they had to. You could see them, like you could see his skin getting
pull
twisted
back.
up.
Yeah,
in the nails. That was crazy.
Yeah, it really was.
All right, so let's get to the finish of the match. So yeah, Swerve comes out, takes out the Bucks.
Yep.
And then he slides
the
chain that Hangman gave back to him on Collision on Friday, I believe.
You said what?
It's the chain that I think Hangman gave it back to him on Collision.
Yeah.
He gave it back. Yeah, he gave it back to him.
Yeah.
And then and like you said, as soon as he slid the chain in, and Heyman was just looking at him like, "Are you serious?" Or
and
like,
Swerve, and Swerve had that look like, yeah.
Robert Brown. I hope and pray MJF have a successful cash in on Page. I don't know about that yet.
Okay. Can I touch on that real quick?
Yeah.
So, anytime you go from having a long champion, right?
He was a champ for like what, 8 months?
Who, Mox?
Yeah, 8 or 9 months.
Yeah. And you switch the title. I honestly feel like when that title changes hands, it's not for a long-term purpose. What's up, Xander? I really feel like that it's not for a long-term purpose. I really believe that it is to get it off, to head in a different direction, and possibly be passed around for a little bit. Even though, like, when Roman held it for a long time, Cody held it for a year, and then, if we talk about the WWE aspect, but you got to think the last time Hangman held this title, he didn't have a long title reign.
It was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And people were saying that of all the AEW champions, Hangman's was the weakest.
Mm-hmm.
The first run. But this is a different Hangman than that one was.
Right. I will say I was one of those who said that it was a weak title reign. So
that's because it was. I mean, let's be real. It wasn't the greatest. His matches, everything was subpar.
Hey, Fletch. It would be cinema if Swerve did dethrone Hangman. It would be. I don't like me and Treyway. We always said that
3 years ago. My bad.
Their rivalry is
that's in AEW. I mean, that's in wrestling.
Yeah, I think that's a rivalry that we're gonna probably keep going for a while. I think
the dynamics have just changed. Now they actually respect each other instead of despising each other.
Right, but I feel like it was a bigger purpose. Get that shit off of Mox. We have to do whatever we have to do to get that belt off of him.
Just like Cody, do whatever it takes to get that belt off of Roman.
Exactly.
Now, I'll talk about the end of the match here. Well, what happened when Hangman won, but with the briefcase. But yo, shout out to Moxley for the way that he sold that damn chain around his neck.
Yeah, the chain hang.
Like, he really looked like he was about to pass out and die. And then he
yeah. Especially when he was trying to climb up on an apron and then his foot slipped down and he really started hanging. I was like, all right. Yeah, that man got a high tolerance of pain. Very much so.
And you can see Hangman was trying not to like choke him for real with the chain. Yeah, you see that? Yeah,
Swerve and Hangman feud is not but somewhat similar to Undertaker and Mankind and off and on feud. That's actually a pretty good comparison. I do like that, especially with the type of matches that they have. Oh, he's because Mox got that bulging neck. Yeah, man. Like, and then I think it looks crazier too because he got bald head. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that shit was about to pop. So
now let's get to the best part to me, besides Swerve helping Hangman. And you knew Swerve had to be the one to help Hangman. You knew he had to. Because they've been doing all of this with them forgiving each other or at least being willing to put the past behind him. Hangman telling Swerve, I'm bringing my family's coming this weekend, after him telling Swerve that his son still has nightmares of Swerve coming in the house. And then Swerve saying, I want to raise my family in the house that you burnt down, but I guess it's time to stop living in the past. With all of that that's been going on, you knew that Swerve had to help.
Yeah.
He had to. And then, but the thing that I liked the most, even more than that, was when he finally opened up that briefcase and he pulled the championship out, it still had Bryan Danielson's nameplate on it, because Moxley never changed it. He literally just threw it in a bag and then threw it in the briefcase.
Yep.
So this, not only, I'll praise Mox for his reign. Without Mox for the Death Rise, this All in Texas wouldn't feel so epic. That is true.
I agree.
That is true, because you have to. Wrestling is like anything when it comes to storytelling. You have to have good and you have to have evil. And even though people hated on the Death Rider storyline, because a lot of times we had no idea where it was going.
Yeah.
At All In, it paid off.
It did.
It paid off. And I said this when Cody beat Roman, and I'm going to say it now that Hangman has beat Mox. It reminds me, all this shit is the same. When you have this big, overwhelming, like, no pun intended, final boss type of character, like you had, and I bring it back to when Sting beat Hogan in '97 at Starrcade. And the whole WCW came out. Now, granted, nobody came out on his behalf to help Sting. Bret Hart, and I guess you could say him, but Sting beating Hogan, Cody beating Roman, Hangman beating Mox. It's all the same shit, but it's just the way that you get there.
Yeah.
So that's what I loved about. That's actually my favorite part of wrestling, is stories like that. You may not always understand the journey, but once you get to the end and it makes sense like that, it's all worth it. It's all worth it.
Yeah.
All right. Fletch, she says, any chance of Gay Kid turning on Mox now for dropping the belt, building War Dogs versus Death Riders at Forbidden Door? Possibly. Because Forbidden Door is coming up.
Yeah.
The face turn started when Hangman beat Swerve in the cage match, and you see Hangman leaving the cage and seeing Swerve on the mat, and Hangman looks shooken up. Yep, I do remember that. He looked back at Swerve. It was kind of one of those looks like, how much longer are we going to keep doing this?
Yeah,
to each other.
Like,
it was one of those.
I gave you my all. Like, why did it have to go this far? It was like that.
Yeah.
Look like, oh my goodness, like, dude, we almost killed each other. Like, you know,
the thing that really turned it for me is when they were arguing in the back. You snuck into my house. You burned down my house. And he was like, you deserve it. And he screamed back, I know.
Yeah.
And then Hangman was like, what'd you just say to me?
Yes. That part, I knew it. I was like, oh, there it goes. There it goes.
I was like, it's happening. And then, like, I think it was the next week or the week after that when Hangman went to the Bucks and was like, he was like, stay out of stay out of Ospreay's business and stay out of Swerve's business.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and then what's Fletcher? TK, you did well this time, my brother. I'm still pissed about what you did to Fletcher in that TNT match.
Yeah.
Hey man, like we said earlier, Dustin Rhodes was finishing his story apparently, from what the internet is telling me. But this is clearly a reset, because Mox's whole thing with why he was doing what he was doing is he was trying to save AEW from what it has become.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we have a brand new champion and we actually get to see what the belt looks like again, get to see it on TV. We haven't seen it on TV for almost a year.
Right.
This is a reset. So yeah, I think that I do believe that Hangman might keep it for a while, maybe 6 months. Maybe. All right. Robert Brown says Kyle Fletcher definitely should have won. He's going to get that title. He's probably going to beat Dustin for it.
Yeah.
Eventually.
And as we're coming to a close in AEW Wednesday, It will be Hangman, Mark Briscoe, and Powerhouse Hobbs versus the Death Riders in a trios match.
All right. Great American Bash. What'd you think? Before that, so on No Dirt Sheets. What's good to the panel? RB put me on your show. Salute. Yo, Robert Brown, shout. We might have to get him a shirt too, man.
Man. Hey, man. You done brought a wave, bro. Hey, what's up, No Dirt Sheets? Me and Robert Brown, man. You all right? You all right with me, bro? You all right?
Dustin Rose need to turn heel. He been a babyface way too long. Agreed.
Yeah, I agree. Now that he has a singles championship, it is very possible.
Gonna turn on Sammy. All right. Yeah. So for these predictions, excluding the trios match because we didn't realize I was gonna be on the show. You went 3-4 and I went 2-5.
Hey man, that shit was all over the place.
He's the show connector for all of us creators. Hey, shout it out.
Shout out. Hey, that's what we love to hear, man.
We a community. We gotta support each other.
There we go.
All right. Great American Bash. Let's start with your girl. Soul Ruka.
Oh yeah.
Man, the fact that she can hit that soul snatcher out of nowhere like an RKO is crazy.
It is.
You see the way she did it on you see what she did on Friday?
Yeah. Did you see what she did at Evolution? I know we fast forwarding it, but shit, yeah, like.
All right, what you got, King Leo?
Oh yeah.
Let me see. Let me get to the Great American Bash results. But yeah, anything you want to say about it, real quick?
It was better than Saturday Night Main Event.
That was the worst show.
God, they backpedaled, bro. Like we had just gave them some grace. They last one, but now they just fucking backpedaled. Like I don't know.
All right, so let's go ahead and get to the show. So yeah, shout out to Soul Ruka. I picked Izzy. I just be going against the grain sometimes. Like I need to stop doing that.
You do. You do.
All right, so Jasper Troy versus the Young OG. The Young OG won. So yeah, I was right on that one. I don't think Jay gave us a pick for that one.
Yeah, Obafemi is the truth, bro. I'm ready for him to get called up.
Oh yeah.
Who did I pick? I picked Jasper Troy, didn't I?
You did.
And Young OG won.
Mm-hmm.
So we 1-1 right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then okay, yeah. Then we had All Ego versus Ricky Saints, Falls Count Anywhere North American Championship, and Ethan Page won.
Yeah. We both picked that, right?
No, we both picked Ricky.
The fuck? I picked Ricky?
You did. You picked Ricky.
Oh, I know why I picked Ricky. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Jay picked this one either. Jay only picked like 3 of the matches. So I'm not even going to count his results. He don't have enough. All right. Contract signing. You picked Trick. I mean, he picked Trick, and we both picked Santana. I guess we're talking about for the match, I guess who would come out on top of the contract signing. But after the segment, the Dark State appeared and laid out the challenges while Williams watched from the ramp. So I guess technically Trick won.
Yeah.
So I'll give Jay that. All right, Oba versus Inamara.
Oba won. I picked you Amara.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
And I actually went chalk and picked Oba.
You said what?
I went chalk and picked Oba.
Yeah, you did. It was leaning towards Umara, but honestly, I thought what you call it was gonna interfere and like use the belt to hit him. When I was watching it, I was like, "Oh shit!" Because I actually caught Great American Bash late. I didn't even like watch the whole thing.
Hey, Robert Brown, Ricky. All right, but all right. So and then we had Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe versus Fatal Influence.
And Fatal Influence won. No, Jordan and Blake won.
Yeah. Jordan Blake.
Who did I pick?
You picked Fatal Influence.
Yes, they went fucking opposite. I was so pissed off. Like all those ones went opposite for me on Great American Bash, except for Soul Luca.
All right, so let's go ahead and switch over to Saturday Night Main Event.
Oh my gosh, do we really have to?
Yeah, so since we didn't have the solo Jimmy match up there when we made our predictions, we're not counting that.
Yeah.
But
solo one.
Jay went 2-1 and we went 0-3.
Shit.
Because he picked Randy, we both picked Drew. We all picked Seth, and Seth was supposed to win, but he got hurt. We're gonna talk about that here in a second. And then he picked Gunther and we picked Goldberg.
Yeah, man, because we was thinking it was gonna be a fucking cash in. Man, Seth fucked that whole shit up, bro.
Oh, before we get to that, what's your thoughts on Jelly Roll getting involved? And now we having Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul at SummerSlam.
It's too much. Now you get the series.
They gotta fill up 2 nights.
Now you get the serious part of me, right? Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ready? Chat, are y'all ready? Chat. Let me get it ready because I'm about to go in. I'm about to go on a rant. So chat, let me get I'm ready. As soon as I get one ready. Oh, all right. Robert Brown said I'm ready. All right. So we're gonna start off on this Jelly Roll getting incorporated into SummerSlam. One, it's not WrestleMania. No, you're treating it like WrestleMania because it's 2 nights. You have so many fucking superstars on your roster, and you're still picking fucking musicians, streamers, and all it is. I get it, it's entertainment, but when you're not fucking utilizing your whole roster in big events like this, but you stay letting fucking black male champions lose on fucking free TV. Now it's going real because it just happened back to back. I was on TikTok arguing with motherfuckers about this shit on Friday because, as you might have seen, the fucking Street Profits lost on Friday before the whole damn wrestling weekend, right? So back to back, you have 2 black male tag team champions lose on free TV. Have not been in a PLE and I don't know when. I don't know how long it's been since we've seen the tag team championships being defended in a PLE. Lo and behold, be defended in a PLE when it's held by black champions. I don't get it. Now I really see it, and I've been trying to give the company grace because yes, it's one person, but you have to look at the whole company. I'm trying to get it. I've been trying to give the company grace. I've been trying to be quiet about this. Now y'all know Jay will always say that it's fucked up how they treat the black superstars. I've been trying to be like, yeah, a little mute on it, but it's apparent, man. It's apparent. They have to give the black females it because that's what started this whole thing back when Mercedes, aka Sasha Banks, and Naomi held the tag team champions, and that whole walkout happened. But now, when we're looking at the New Day, who has carried the tag team division for so many years, and then you have the Street Profits, that's one of the hottest tag teams in the WWE. Since the New Day, since the Usos, you have them fucking lose on free TV. They can't even make it to SummerSlam and compete in night 1 with the championships. And you give it to a faction that's not a tag team when you got 8 tag teams in that fucking division on Friday Night SmackDown. You give it to a faction that is a reject of what Bray Wyatt initially wanted to create. I'm sorry. I do not agree with what's going on. I do not agree with what's going on. So, Jelly Roll, I love Jelly Roll. I love his music, love what he does as an artist. Him being in a WWE ring, no. I made peace with Logan Paul. I made peace with Speed being. I mean, at least them motherfuckers, at least Bad Bunny and Logan Paul can wrestle. I made peace with Speed because he took one hell of a spear. But now you're just putting anybody in that bitch. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. And Xandal, I get it. It's the tag team division. It's no surprise, right? But I remember when the tag team division was not less of nothing. It wasn't even frowned upon because at one point, the tag team division was carrying the whole fucking industry. There was nothing without the tag team divisions. The tag team division, to me, I felt like at least on SmackDown, the tag team division was on a rise. Correct me if I'm wrong. They probably got one of the most stacked tag teams, but they're not utilizing that shit.
The members of the Y6 that are the champs are Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis.
Yeah.
You don't know what Jelly can do. I know it goes good with peanut butter. That's all I know.
I don't know what Jelly could do, and honestly, I don't care what Jelly could do. Like, look who
y'all just think they just hyped because he gave that hellified choke slam to was it the Miz at SummerSlam last year?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and that's the thing. They're fucking selling that shit, bro. They're selling that shit for him to make it look good. It's not the fact that he really can wrestle. There's one motherfucker that I know who could wrestle that you'll be surprised, and that motherfucker is Shaquille O'Neal. That motherfucker has did it in WWE. That motherfucker has did it in WCW. That motherfucker has did it in AEW. That motherfucker can wrestle. He will take a bump. How many of these other motherfuckers have really taken a bump like that?
Oh yeah, it was Austin Theory, not the Miz. Thank you.
Yeah, Austin Theory. Austin Theory is the one who sells everything. But I don't know. That was just me. I had to get that off, man, because I've been holding that shit in until today. Like, it's fucking ridiculous at this point. I mean, hey, shout out to Jelly Roll for getting mixed up in that shit, but honestly, and you know, he took a what's Drew McIntyre? I'm having a brain fart because I've been
Claymore.
Yeah, he took a Claymore on Saturday. So, you know, OTR gospel preacher. Hey, yeah, man, I'm sweating right now. I had to get that out. I had to get that out. That was like releasing a demon out of me, man. The shit is ridiculous. How do you feel about it?
I mean,
and y'all know I don't see color.
Yeah, you're Triple H.
I don't see it. I support everybody that's a superstar, but you can't help but make it so apparent when you are what is being done.
You got named Triple H.
Mr. I see color.
So yeah, the color he sees is green. You go with the bigger attraction on the bigger events. Randy loses King of the Ring and now has to work with Jelly Roll.
Randy has publicly gone out and said that he's enjoying it, right? He's enjoying this run. Like, so Randy Orton is now having fun. I don't even think he's at the level where he's really, really trying to compete to win the title at this point. Because if it was like that, you know, it'd be backstage conversations and stuff. If it was like that, then he really would have won King of the Ring. If it was really like that, then he would have fucking RKO Cody after he would have won, and he would have turned heel. That's just how I feel about that. But you know, but back to you, Trey. How do you feel about Jelly Roll being mixed up?
Honestly, I really don't care. Because like I said, now that SummerSlam is 2 nights, they gotta fill the time with something. Randy doesn't have a story right now. Neither does Logan. Drew has a story with Randy. I mean, you could have done a one-on-one match with them, but you just had one. So yeah, honestly, I think it's just them. They're in MetLife Stadium. They're in Jersey. They're just trying to get they're trying to get as many eyes as they can do. Jelly Roll is one of, if not the biggest thing in music right now. So it makes sense. It makes sense why they're doing it. So I'm not one of those that get too worked up. He said, "Shit, that's a spot one of those women from Evolution could get." That's true.
Absolutely.
I don't make too much of a big deal about celebrities coming in because they've always come into wrestling. And I don't think it necessarily takes away from the show. I think it only takes away from the show if you have a show with a limited number of matches and you use one of them for a celebrity match, and you could just easily do on a lesser PLE, not one of your big four.
Now this is what I say. On a level like that, on a stage like this, in a PLE like SummerSlam, one of the big four, right? It takes away if all your titles are not defended at that PLE, but you feel it with a match like that.
Yeah.
Or you feel it with a match where you, instead of this match, you could have had Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre for number one contendership, since the WWE Undisputed Championship is being defended the same night. You get what I'm saying? And
yeah,
whoever wins faces John Cena or Cody Rhodes at Clash in Paris. That's what you set up. Like, so instead of just throwing in the number one contender, oh, this is the next person that John Cena gonna fight, actually have a number one contenders match. Since those are two of the most high profile wrestlers on SmackDown, you put them in the number one contenders match.
What's your thoughts on Solo and Jimmy?
I mean, I knew Solo was gonna win. He just got it. I didn't think that he was gonna lose to Jimmy right now, especially when they're working this this MTF storyline, or MFT storyline. I'm sorry. So yeah, I kind of knew it was gonna be. I still don't know how I feel about Fatu and Jimmy working together, especially with, you know, I mean, they've had their conversations in the back and stuff like that. It's just real. All right, so it's two things about this, right? Well, one, Rikishi said he would love to have a faction with Roman, Jay, Jimmy, Zilla, and Jacob, where he is the wise man of that faction. But then I seen somebody post on Instagram, and I meant to save it. I think it was Instagram or X, where they showed pictures of Naomi's won the championship, Jay's won the championship, Solo and Jacob, and Jimmy has not. They have all won single championships under that family tree, and Solo hasn't. I mean, Jimmy hasn't, so I kind of felt like that was fucked up. Yeah, it's coming.
You want to talk about Goldberg and Gunther or Seth and LA Knight?
We could talk about Seth and LA Knight.
All right, so I have a subscriber question from Zandal, actually. Well, actually, I'm gonna save. Matter of fact, I'm gonna save these.
Yeah, because it's gonna go into Monday. I already know.
Yeah, it is. Let's see who else.
Okay, so real quick before we go into Monday, what happened? Seth, during this match with LA Knight, it was turning out to be very good. Seth did a springboard
moonsault.
Well, he didn't tweak it on that. He tweaked it on the rollover one before the senton. Before that, because you could see his knee twist when he started to roll up from that senton, and then when he did the springboard moonsault and he landed, that's when it just gave out. So
What are your thoughts on the injury?
I just watched the damn shit with Roman. Roman, when he did that damn promo after Jay left, and he was it was just him, Jimmy, Paul Heyman, and Solo. And he was like, the workhorse. The workhorse doesn't workhorse not I've never seen a workhorse walk like this, and he was limping like Seth Rollins, saying that Seth Rollins has bad knees, and it just plays on to what just happened. I will say that I still.
Do you think it changes? Do you think it changes things of how they were supposed to go
from Saturday Night Main Event?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Do you think it changes the foreseeable future for right now?
No, no, it doesn't.
I low-key agree. The only difference is Seth was supposed to win the match. That's it. Like, there's been reports coming out that Seth was supposed to win that match. All I would have done is just him and LA Knight probably would have just had a rematch at SummerSlam.
Possibly.
That's probably the only thing that would have changed.
Yeah. So it was a lot that was supposed to happen during that match, but I guess we'll never know because they literally called the audible real quick during that whole process.
You could see the referee. You could see the referee say to LA Knight,
"Finish it."
They think that things had changed. Yeah, then he hit the
BFT. Mm-hmm.
BFT, and then rolled out the ring immediately.
And he was pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was pissed.
All right, we'll talk more about Seth here in a second, but Goldberg and Gunther, was it better than you thought it was going to be?
I'm thinking, guys. It was everything I thought it was gonna be, honestly. Well, somebody had said the shit lasted 15 minutes. That's better than what anybody would have thought it was gonna last.
They said that, and then they said, I mean, the match was what it was. What it was. I mean, Goldberg's 58 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it was what it was. I wasn't expecting too much. Shout out to Priyantha397 for joining the IG stream. Yeah, I mean, hey, when he hit with that jackhammer, I was like, oh shit.
He almost landed on his head though.
Just like that.
Truth said though. Truth said my entire section was dumbfounded. The match was longer than 5 minutes. I thought it was going to end short when he tried to spear Gunther and he went through the barricade. The first time when he went through the barricade, but it was very time paced for Goldberg, right? Do I feel sorry for him to an extent? I feel sorry for him the way that they cut his shit short.
Okay, I want to talk about that. So Goldberg recently just did an interview and he said that he felt that he was done dirty. So they would never do that. They would never do that to Taker, and they would never do it to Cena.
Nope.
Now, the reason why I've heard or read that a lot of people are saying that the reason why it was cut short is because the Seth injury messed everything up because it messed up commercial breaks and all of that, and it's looking like they just were running over time. You got to remember, even though we were watching it on Peacock, this is still airing on NBC, so they probably couldn't. They probably just ran out of time.
They did
for the speech. Shout out to Iglesias7421 for joining the stream. Yeah, I think that's all that would happen. They still did him dirty, but
yeah, because we were able to see part. We were able to see part of his speech on Peacock for those who watched it on Peacock. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm happy that he got to compete. They did the right call by having him lose. He got choked out. He didn't tap out. He passed out. And once again, they did the one arm thing, Trey, when we've seen just 2 weeks ago when they did the 3-arm pull up. So it's definitely depending on the type of match or depending on who does the sleeper hold.
Depending on the ref too.
Yeah. or depending on whether the sleeper hold is a part of your finisher.
People saying Triple H did it on purpose because he don't F with Goldberg like that.
Hey, bro, he ain't fuck with Goldberg since Goldberg joined WWE, and that's just the truth.
And nothing but
word on the street. Word on the street is Gage is possibly after his college football career, he could be joining the business. So
doesn't he have an NIL deal?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Yeah. Speaking, I know you were speaking very eloquently about the Street Profits earlier. Did you see the picture that Truth posted talking about I'm driving now, and it was a picture with him, the Profits, and Mello?
Yeah.
Now, if that became a group,
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
We are in there.
Takeover, especially the way that R-Truth is, like his character is now. Mello and Montez Ford kind of got that. They got that charisma. You get what I'm saying?
And Dawkins will be the muscle.
Yeah. I like that. I would love that if that happened.
All right, let's. We doing 4 shows, so we trying to get through all of this. So now we're doing Evolution. Truth, Mello, and the Prophets. Man, listen, I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm gonna have a new favorite faction.
Yep.
All right, so let's start off with.
And they need to be called BLM.
Okay.
Yep. Black Lives Matter.
Oh God.
BLM. Don't even tell them what it means.
BWM. Black Wrestlers Matter.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I was lost for a minute.
Yeah, I know. Right, let's start off with the match that started the whole thing. The Women's Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat. Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Lyra. Now,
we picked Bayley.
All three of us picked Bayley.
Yes.
And we were all wrong.
Yep.
And then oh my God, honestly, I had a revelation of 2 matches before they happened. One was earlier in the day, I started thinking, yo, Becky might win this.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't figure out exactly why.
Because it was more.
But then after Monday, it made sense.
It was more attention. It was more attention on Bayley and Lyra Valkyria's like reoccurring beef with each other. That's what kind of was the focus, and Becky just capitalized off of it.
Yeah, and Truth, our correspondent from Evolution, that he is correct. That crowd did erupt. Like it got so they were so hyped that Bayley started doing this before they even threw a punch.
Yeah, yo, listen, that PLE was lit. I ain't gonna lie.
It was the best WWE product of the whole weekend.
It was.
But I will say, the match was good. A lot of great storytelling. The pin that Becky hit to win the match.
Yeah,
I ain't never seen her do that.
That flip over roll up.
That little backslide roll up.
Yeah, that backslide roll up. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And then this is all right. So congrats to Becky. And then on Monday, Lyra won a 2 out of 3 falls match against Bayley to become #1 contender to fight Becky at SummerSlam.
Do you like this push that they're giving Lyra?
Yeah. She got more of a push now than she did when she was champion.
Yeah. Is it because of the whole Dublin, Ireland type association with her and Becky?
I mean, possibly. I mean, because it's a story to tell,
right? With
all 3 women against each other.
It is.
You have the history of the 4 horsewomen history. Even Becky started trolling by throwing the floors up at Bayley before the match started.
Mm-hmm.
You got the 4 horsewomen history. Then with and the fact that Bayley was the last horsewoman to get called up.
Mm-hmm.
So she's always had a chip on her shoulder because of that.
Yeah.
Then you have the connection, the student and the teacher, Lyra and Becky.
Yeah. And then you got Lyra and Bayley with the first IC title competition. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Do y'all think Bailey needs a heel turn or a character change? I don't necessarily think she needs to go heel. I just think that she just needs to be more aggressive, if that makes sense. And she started to show that, but she don't necessarily got to be a heel.
Well,
she can be like Lyra is being more aggressive. She's still a face, but she's being a lot more aggressive. She's not being as naive as she was before. She's not. Lyra's problem was she was too trusting, which is what led to her issues with Bailey.
Right.
So I feel like she just needs to be a little more aggressive. She don't got to go straight up Naomi, like maniacal laugh and all that shit.
Well, I feel like because shit has changed, and we'll get into that later, I feel like Bailey's getting ready to go in a different direction now.
Yeah, a different direction could just be more aggression. It doesn't necessarily mean she got to go.
No. Not direction and character change. I feel like just a different direction in storytelling.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. JC Jane versus Jordan Grace. I knew as soon as she walked up to Blake Monroe and said, "Can you accompany me out to the ring?" I knew JC was going to win.
Yep.
And the reason I knew that is because if you know anything about Blake Monroe, aka Mariah May back in AEW, you cannot trust this chick.
Nope.
She will turn her back on you with the quickness. She is a snake.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
She turned her back on Jordan Grace, hit her in the back she hit her in the back with the championship, and then JC Jane won.
Yep. And now that kind of changes my Slammiversary prediction too.
Yeah, and that also means that picture that got leaked was real, of her standing in the ring with the knockout champion, Marsha. Slamovic, I think is her name.
Yeah,
because I was like, okay, because I had saw that and I was like, damn, if that's real, then that means that Jason's winning. But we had already wrote our predictions down, and predictions are final when we write them down.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on. Okay. The women's tag team championship fatal 4-way. You had the Judgment Day, Raquel and Roxanne, the champions, versus the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi, versus Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair versus Sol Ruka and Zarya. What were your thoughts?
It was a good match. Great match. I love like all the near misses and all of that. You definitely see Sol Ruka and Zarya split coming. Because Zarya stays hitting Sol Ruka with a spear, incidentally. But they're going to capitalize off of that, and she's going to challenge Sol Ruka for that.
North American.
Yeah, so
and she's probably going to beat her because Sol Ruka. I know I say this a lot.
She need to be called up.
They don't. Certain people don't need the main championship. I'm being so dead ass when I say this. And NXT is on right now. We're not watching it, but who knows? There may have been something that's happening now with Sol Ruka and Zarya. But Sol Ruka need to be on that main roster, bro. She need to be on that main roster.
What her moveset is like,
it's crazy. Shout out to Charlotte Flair.
Yes.
Truth, you were there. If you're still in the chat, tell us, man. When they started chanting that "We Want Charlotte" chant, it was over. It was a wrap.
Bro, I think that's
Charlotte has officially become face.
I think that was like the first time, and I don't know how long I've heard them chant "We Want Charlotte."
Yeah, and then shout out to Charlotte because she said that she wanted people to start seeing more Ashley Flair instead of Charlotte Flair.
Yeah,
and she's been going on interviews. She's opening up. She was just on LFG. She's been showing a more humble side. And shout out to Alexa Bliss for helping bring that out.
Yep.
He said that's why I thought Charlotte and Alexa were going to win.
We picked that.
That's what we picked. So.
Oh no! Hold on. I said Judgment Day was retaining.
No, right. You're right. You
didn't say that. I switched it up.
Me and Jay picked Alexa and Charlotte.
Yeah, I switched it up.
Based off of what happened on Monday, I understand why Judgment Day won.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Kevin Nash and Raquel Rodriguez because Kevin Nash, he sent a message out to Raquel Rodriguez, says you need to fight bigger. And between Sunday and Monday, I haven't seen Raquel fight like that in forever.
Yeah,
the dominance in which she was showing, it was perfect. And
there's no reason.
It's clearly showing that she's turning on Liv when Liv gets back. That's clear.
There's no reason why she should be not fighting on the level that Rhea Ripley fights.
Yeah. Isn't Raquel a former NXT Women's Champion?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the match that she had with Rhea, where we all thought she should have won.
Yep.
At Night of Champions.
Yep.
But yeah, and then it's clear to me what's going on with the Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
But the Kabuki Warriors had me laughing my ass off because they were dancing to everybody's music.
Yeah, I swear they were. They just abide. They abide.
They are. All right. Then we had another match that was pretty much set in stone, and I knew there wasn't going to be a cash in for this particular title. I thought it wasn't going to be one at all. After this match went first before the Naomi Jade match, but we had Tiffany Stratton defeating Trish Stratus.
Probably the weakest match of the night.
I'm about to say Becky. Trish still looked good.
No,
in the match.
And that's the thing. It's not because of Trish. I don't like. I like Tiffany Stratton. Love Trish. Trish could still bang, right?
At 49 years old.
Yeah, it's just I can't even tell you why, but it just wasn't the match that stole the show. Maybe because it was maybe because it was just put together, right? And it was just like because we already knew that Tiffany was going to win. It was no suspense. No. And the fact that it went on before Jade and Naomi, there wasn't even suspense of a cash in. No.
And then it was easy to see what happened. Trish got too cocky, tried to hit the prettiest moonsault.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tiffany put the knees up, blocked it, hit her with her own. She hit her with a chick kick. And then she hit her own prettiest moonsault, and then boom.
Yep.
Man, Trish and Tiffany was nice, but Tiffany losing at SummerSlam.
I agree,
bro. We gonna get to that. I have a theory.
I fucks with your theory too.
The one that I showed you.
Yeah, I fucks with it.
All right, well, sure. Let's keep it going so I can get to it.
Yeah.
All right. So then we had the no holds barred match. Special guest referee Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
What was your thoughts on the match? Was it the best? Was it the best of their matches? Because they've only had two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was funny as hell. I mean, when Jade tried to murder her by throwing the toolbox.
Yeah, and it busted her nose.
And then when she threw Jade into the TV and the TV started smoking.
Yeah, like it was definitely a good match for no hold bar for women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At any point, did you think that Naomi was going to win?
No,
because we all picked Jade.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. I think I see the play with Jade and Naomi, but yeah. So
you pointed out like the fact that. Never mind. We'll keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, because I think it's going to go towards my theory.
Yeah.
All right. So then we had the trio. I mean the battle royal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Me and you picked Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay picked Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
He was close.
At one point, I was like, "Oh shit, Lash might win this shit."
Perfect. I have a subscriber question that's from this is from Grant, and he says, "Where does Lash go from here? She got to be main roster or NXT title bound."
NXT title bound.
The fact that she, of all the NXT girls, lasted that long,
yes,
shows you because she was the last one. It was her and Stephanie.
Yep.
You can see what they're doing because Lola got eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
Kalani had a great spot with the handstand, walking back to the ring.
Yeah.
Jada got knocked out. Jada and Kalani went out back to back.
Yeah.
Then Lola got her and Nikki doing the dance in the middle of the ring. I like that. But then Lola got taken out. I'm trying to think of all the other NXT girls. I think they might have been the only NXT girls in there. And then Lash.
Yeah.
I want to see Lash versus Jade. Keep it hot. 1-on-1.
Yeah. But I think NXT title bound. I don't like how she got eliminated, but it was funny.
The Devil's Kiss.
Yeah. But yeah, I would love to see her just get moved up, but I think it's gonna be NXT title.
You think she's gonna be the one to take it off of JC?
Yeah.
Because that would mean that you think that JC's going to unify the Knockouts title in NXT.
Ooh, that is that.
Because Slammiversary is next weekend.
Unless something happens within that match, to where
I wouldn't be mad if Lash beat Slamovic for the Unified Championship.
True, but and just the fact that it's winner take all, it lets you know that the purchase is happening very soon. Unless they don't split it. Like, unless they don't combine it and they keep it separate due to outside interference or something.
So yeah, shout out to Stephanie. She is going to face. I'll assume she's going to face the Raw champion, who we're going to talk about here in a second, at Clash in Paris, because the winner got to fight the champion at Clash in Paris. I guess you would fight the. I don't know if you could pick who it was, the champion.
Nah,
or
she's
if it
on
came
Raw.
from your respective brand.
I think it comes from your respective brand.
Okay, so she's gonna fight the champion from Raw.
Yeah.
Zandel said unless both divisions merge, it won't happen. Talk about the knockouts in the NXT women.
Yeah.
All right. So then let's get to our shout out to Cobra Guy 85 joining the IG chat. Let's get to the main event. Rhea Ripley versus the champion Io Sky. Now all three of us had Rhea. And honestly, it looked like Rhea was going to win.
Yeah.
But
definitely their best match thus far.
Oh yeah, by far.
Yeah.
But you can always see when a ref spot is about to happen because they tee it up.
Yep.
So she hit Jessica Carr, the ref, with the missile drop kick from the top rope. Then when Rhea hits her with the riptide and doesn't get the count, Rhea started getting into that unhinged thing that she does. And when they were fighting all over the crowd, but then Io jumped off that balcony.
Off the ring equipment.
No, she went higher. She was like 20 feet in the air.
It was ring equipment stacked up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was like the cargo boxes stacked up.
And then she did that. To get back into the ring. As soon as Io hit that moonsault and Rhea kicked out, you can hear me say it on stream. I was like, okay, Rhea about to win. And then both are laid out.
Yep.
And then what happens? They wasn't proceeding with caution because Naomi walked her crippled ass out there with that ref and probably did one of the smartest moves I've seen somebody do with a briefcase. Yeah. After it was labeled a triple threat, she immediately grabbed that briefcase, smacked Io in the face, threw Rhea into the ring post, got her out, hit her finisher, and then boom, we got a new champion.
And see, that's the thing. I've seen a lot of people saying like she paused, that kind of messed it up. No, she had to wait until she heard them announce that it was a triple threat match rules to use the briefcase. Because remember, she was going to hit her first, and then she pulled back, and she looked at the ring announcer and say it. And that's when the ring announcer announced that it was a triple threat match. And then she used it and hit Io.
Let me see. All right, so number one, were you shocked?
Nah, man, because we said at the end of the day, I know We probably vocalized which match was going to be a cash in, but we said that there needed to be a cash in during its PLE. That was going to really make this PLE what it was. It had to be a cash in.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you won this prediction. You went 4-3. I went 3-4, and Jay went 2-5. All right, but sorry. So my theory.
Yep.
Can I get to my theory?
Okay.
Yeah. Y'all gonna like this. So I said to the fellas, I said they all work. I said that they are all working together. If you notice, Bianca never showed any favoritism to either one of the women during the match, and I said, okay, so, and I think this is the play. I think that Bianca might be taking a break because there's been nothing to show that she's coming back anytime soon. And I said Naomi gets one title, she goes to Raw, and then Jade gets the other title by beating Tiffany. So now you got Naomi with a title, you got Jade with a title, and then Bianca can take a break. For whatever reason, she may need to take a break.
I mean, well, she still had the cast on her finger, so she still is rehabbing that. She's recovering from her injury. Her unbiasedness, you saw, like she kept a straight face even when she raised Jade's hand. She looked at Jade.
Zandal said he's Prego.
Is that a prediction or a spoiler alert?
Yeah. Zandal told me that his wife thinks that she's pregnant. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't like speaking on women's bodies. But if you look at Bianca, she looked different.
She glowing.
I'm gonna just say she looked different. The muscles weren't as defined. Remember the first time when she was the special guest referee, the outfit that she was wearing?
Yep.
And then look at what she was wearing last night, or I'm sorry, on Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
because
it's possible.
She had the abs covered, right?
She had the abs covered. She had the abs covered, and it looked like she didn't put on a little in the face.
Wow.
I'm just saying. And if that is the case, then this makes all the sense in the world.
It would.
It would make sense why you would go ahead and end the story between Jade and Naomi for right now.
True.
By switching her.
He said, "Watch the top."
That will give it away. Probably talking about Bianca, the top that she was wearing.
Yeah.
He said that to me last night, and I didn't even think about it. And I was like, damn, Bianca does look a little different. So.
Yep. Her top was definitely covering her abs.
Yep. You could barely see her belly button.
Wow. Good point out. Good point out.
We're not saying that it's true, and I'm not trying to put pregnancy on nobody if they're not pregnant. That's crazy. No. but I do believe that there was a reason why Naomi ended up cashing in on EO. Your face, you made a face. What are you seeing?
Huh?
You made a face? What are you seeing? What are you looking at?
This side pic from the digitals from Evolution. Hold on.
Yeah, man.
And then this was the previous one.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey man, Zando, man, you all right, bro. You all right.
But that would make so much sense as to why things went down the way they went down.
It would.
All right. So all right, let's go ahead and finish up.
Oh wow! And the pants were up. The pants were up over the. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
All right. What are your thoughts on CM Punk becoming the number one contender for Gunther's title?
That the Seth Rollins injury is a work. The Seth Rollins injury is a work. The reason why I feel like that it's a work, that he's not as injured as they assume, is CM Punk being number one contender makes all the sense in the world for Seth Rollins to cash in on. Right?
I forgot who I was talking to last night, but I also could have made the argument. I think it was true. I could make the argument that LA Knight would have been a good transitional champ as well for Seth to cash in on.
Yeah, he would have.
Mm-hmm. But I knew Punk was going to win as soon as they announced the 5 people in the gauntlet match.
Yeah, and it just makes their rivalry so it would make the cash in so much prevalent, right? But what would make the cash in so much prevalent is if it stopped. Okay, so Heist of the Century, Part 2. You would think Heist of the Century Part 2 would be Seth Rollins cashing in on CM Punk. But, of course, we got the big dog, the OG, the OTC1, the prevalent, the man himself, Roman Reigns, returned last night.
Oh, and Heyman's been foreshadowing this for 2 weeks.
Yes, he has.
And last night on Raw, as soon as he said the big dog is his yard, all that bullshit,
yeah,
I was like, okay.
yeah. But they were saying that he was supposed to come back as he was in the back on Saturday Night Main Event.
Oh, you think he's gonna come out after Seth won?
Yeah, because they were supposed to attack LA Knight. And LA Knight was supposed to get written off for a little while. And Roman was supposed to come in and take everybody out on Saturday Night Main Event. But because of the injury, they pushed everything to Monday.
Hold on. If they really want to do something with Punk and Rollins, Punk needs to win the world title, reunite with Paul Heyman to take over Seth's crew.
That's
maybe.
I just feel like
that's real Vince McMahonish booking wise.
And about Oldberg, about his retirement, yeah, we discussed that. You might have hopped off when we were discussing about how he was pissed off about his retirement thing. So my thing is, CM Punk, he will be facing Gunther at SummerSlam, right?
Huh?
He'll be facing Gunther at SummerSlam, right?
Yeah.
Roman's back. If Seth comes to cash in, Roman's stopping that cash in. Roman is going to stop the Heist of the Century happening for a second time. Yeah.
Well, so you think that when you say it's a work, so the report came out that Seth's going to be out 4 to 5 months. And are you saying that because Paul Heyman made it a point to say that Seth has until June of next year to cash in? Because what I was thinking was, even if let's say the injury is real, yeah, Seth has a full year, so he don't have to get stripped of the what's the name,
right?
And they want to put the title on Punk eventually. He's going to get at least one more title reign before it's all said and done,
right?
And you put it on Punk at SummerSlam. You let him hold it until Seth is clear. They could be giving us fake timelines so that it is a surprise when Seth comes back. I could see that, giving a fake timeline.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe that Punk is going to win. This is an early prediction for SummerSlam. Punk is going to win, but I think Seth will cash in on him, but I don't think it's going to actually be at SummerSlam. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that last podcast. That Ethan Page and Ricky Saints was actually considered to join Seth's crew. Now, have you ever Have you ever seen a time when a Money in the Bank winner is the number one contender, loses but cashes in?
Oh, okay. Ain't no problem, bro.
No, you good.
Cheese. All right, go ahead. Say it again. You said Money in the Bank winner is the number one contender.
Is the number one contender, still has Money in the Bank case. So basically, he has two matches within the same thing. So,
right. So let's say he loses, but then cashes in.
So just hear me out, right? Let's say Seth is really hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if Seth's really hurt, this is what I see happening at SummerSlam. I see Roman and Jay teaming up to face Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. They'll do that. Then I see Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker interfering in the Gunther and CM Punk match, and Roman and Jay helping CM Punk win the championship, right?
You see the way that Roman was looking at Jay? At Punk?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then let's you could possibly fast forward. It's Vegas, right? It's Vegas. What if Seth Rollins was number one contender for CM Punk title at WrestleMania for night one, and he loses? Let's just say, he loses like he has another injury, and then night two he cashes in.
So you're saying he has a one-on-one match with Punk
for the championship, loses. Well, that means CM Punk would have to be on night two.
Exactly. And then he would have, yeah.
Okay, I might have said it different. It populated in my brain like something very devious, but or maybe it would happen in the same night. He loses, but then he cashes in right after. I don't know, something. But anyway.
You got any quick hits?
I do not. I do not.
I don't think I have anything either. Let me check. Because I'll be saving screenshots of stuff, so maybe I do.
I think the only thing that I saw recently was that there was a possibility. Well, one, if anybody noticed at Evolution, they definitely had AJ Lee in the video montage at Evolution.
I'm giving up on seeing AJ until she shows up.
Right. So I'm just saying that they still consider her being a part. There has been a little bit of rumors that Saraya could come back to WWE. I know Triple H tried to get her back a while back, but Tony Khan offered her brother a job, and that's the reason why she went the AEW route. But there's a possibility that she could come back to WWE. They actually tried to get her to come back during Evolution, but they couldn't finish whatever.
I thought it was a chance that she could have been in that Battle Royal.
Right. They tried, but it was unsuccessful.
I have something dealing with tag teams, the top 25 tag teams, but we're not going to get into it tonight. That'll be something for next week.
Okay.
I think we answered pretty much all the subscriber questions that was brought up. Let me look. Yeah, we touched on the Judgment Day. Tion asked about that.
So Robert Brown says Cena need a faction or a right hand to work with for his heel run.
I think if they were going to do that, they would have already done it. Because Logan could have been his right hand, but that shit blew up. That shit blew up at Night of Champions.
So we got Survivor Series, Clash in Paris.
Or the other one before that.
We got SummerSlam, Clash in Paris, Survivor Series, and then Saturday Night Main Event is beside those are his last big.
And he's gonna be on SmackDown Friday.
Yeah. because him and Cody having a face-to-face.
Well, it says they're going to be under one roof. It didn't say they're going to have a face-to-face.
Well, they'll have a face-to-face.
Oh, I have a quick hit. Aleister Black turning heel.
Oh, yeah. I knew that was coming sooner or later.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it being so? Damian Priest, where do we see him going from this now? Do we see him as being a championship contender anymore?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
Maybe for the US.
Yeah, maybe that.
He used to hold that.
Yeah.
He said, in y'all opinion, should both Ricky Station and Ethan Page join Seth in the band, or one or the two?
I think, honestly, I feel like Ethan Page. I said Sean Spears last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think Sean Spears. Huh? Oh yeah, Ilya Dragunov.
Ilya. Yeah.
But if anybody, I think it would have been Sean Spears. He would have made, but he wants to be a leader of his own group. So, if anybody between the two, I think Ricky is good. I just feel like Ethan Page kind of meshes well with them.
Yeah, I think Ethan, he does fit better. Even though I wouldn't be mad at a heel Ricky Saints, because him with Team Taz was lit.
Yeah.
In AEW.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he came in AEW as a heel.
He did.
I like Ricky.
Yeah, I like both of them.
And the fact that Ricky keeps losing to Ethan Page and keeps losing his North American Championship opportunities, he's nowhere close to the NXT Championship side. So I wouldn't be mad if he came in. And if let's say that Seth Rollins' injury isn't a work, even if it is, I think that now that he is hurt, we could end up seeing the new member that he apparently went to fly out to see the other Monday.
He said they already got two Batistas.
6 about to start on NXT. Oh, he must be watching NXT. Oh.
Yeah. They do kind of got two Batistas. I don't know. Oh, we said what's his name would be good, especially with him being like a start off. He would kind of give us that Randy Orton-esque.
Oh,
Miles Bourne. Is it Bourne? Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for tuning in to Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast, episode 159, recap of a wild pro wrestling weekend. Y'all got a special podcast tonight. We never go this long, but we had 4 shows to get through.
Hey, and
y'all was turning up in the chat.
Y'all had the chat lit. Y'all had the chat lit. Hey, turn up for the chat. But we appreciate y'all. Stay tuned for next week. We probably will be back on Wednesday next week, so we'll make sure to put that on the socials. So yeah, next Wednesday. But check out on our IG page. That's when we'll let y'all know when the next podcast will be airing live. And so until next week, I am OTR Mic Drop, aka Tuesday Night Mic Drop, aka the original Oracle.
Yeah, man. This is man Trey, aka OTR Trey, aka Treyway, aka Tuesday Night Trey. Follow our socials here down at the bottom. Make sure you go check out our videos on the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. We here for your weekly podcast. Try to get as many watch parties as we can as well. And yeah, man, check us out. Peace.
One's up.